What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to another episode in our Blackburn Rovers career mode road to glory. Today we are, for the first time, going to be focusing completely on the league. I think today there's going to be no transfers. That has all been done and dusted. The transfer window has closed. You guys have been coming through with a few more suggestions, which I have added to the transfer hub, which is currently looking like this. We've still got Mahoney on there. We've got Jordan Rhodes, obviously a former Blackburn player, on there. We've got Phil Foden on there, who we might try and go back in again for in the future. Brereton, who is a player that's been recommended to me, who actually looks really good. 17. No, he's not age 17, isn't he? I think that's just his number, but he looks very good anyway. Good young striker. And then Angel Gomez of Manchester United, another very, very young, promising player that you guys want me to go in for. So these two are two that we're going to be scouting at right now, and hopefully in January we might be able to make a move. And also, we have, of course, got the youth academy going, which we haven't found anyone from yet, but fingers crossed we can do. We have got a couple of half-decent Belgian players currently on there. But Scunthorpe away is going to be our first game in today's episode. We are struggling a little bit away from home, whereas at home we are absolutely demolishing teams away. The calendar, let's have a look who else we've got today. So I'd like to try and play 4 games in today's episode. So we've got Scunthorpe away, Wimbledon at home, Shrewsbury away, and then to end off the episode, Rotherham at home. This episode, however, I should point out now, may end up being filmed in 2 separate sittings because I'm using my my digital camera, which of course, as you all know if you've watched the channel for a long time, the batteries tend to run out on that before I get a chance to finish the video. So this may end up being split into two sessions, if I can get my words out. But yeah, we're going to kick things off. Scunthorpe away, let's get into this one. Here we go then, lads. Away from home for the first game. Hopefully we can turn around some of our fortunes, like I was just saying about in away from home games. We've been pretty hit and miss there. We've also had to rotate the team a little bit due to stamina and fitness issues. We have had a lot of games in consecutive days, so we've rotated the team a little bit, but we're still looking strong. You can see 6 games into the season, sitting top of the table, but it's very close over Scunthorpe down in 14th place. More than we've got pretty much double the amount of points that they've got, so hopefully we can make that difference in quality tail and pick up another 3 points here. Let's have a look at the lineup. So you can see as well we are the top scoring team in the division, which is pretty cool. So here is the lineup for Scunthorpe. They've got Matt Gilks in goal, who used to play for Blackburn, I think, when they were in the Premier League. Madden is someone that I know, and Novak actually. Paddy Madden and Novak, 2 names I'm familiar with. Josh Morris on the left is another one. So quite a few familiar names there actually for Scunthorpe, but still I'd like to think we have got the stronger team out of the 2. Did not know Gilks played for Scunthorpe there. You'll see our lineup in just a second. The big decision really was who we were going to play in our central midfield roles. The stamina on Smallwood was like okay, but not great, so we ended up swapping him out for Ryerson. However, Dak has been replaced by the absolute super sub himself, Mr. Harper, who's taken his place, not because of stamina, but just because of form and how well he's been doing. Graham's coming into the team as well, and Chapman on the left in place of Tabler, who is also quite low on stamina. So Tabler really could be a big miss, but hopefully we can get another big performance from the team and pick up 3 points regardless. Well, we can't concede now, not rather than half time. Nothing at all has really happened in this half. It'd be absolutely devastating to go behind. I'll tell you what though, Scunthorpe nearly made that happen. They've hit the ball there with an absolute half chance. And that is by far the closest anyone's come. There's not been many shots in this half at all, but Scunthorpe nearly taking the lead out of nowhere there. And that's going to be half time, I imagine. Yes, it is. Harper wins it back as the whistle's blown, but this has been, up to now, one of the dullest games you are ever likely to see. They hit the ball right on the stroke of half time. That's literally the only notable thing that's happened. I'm going to make a big decision. We're going to take off Danny Graham at half-time because his touch and his link-up has been absolutely abysmal. And we're going to bring Anton Son on in his place because he's been really good lately. We only really swapped him out because of stamina. So hopefully he can have a big impact in the second half and we can get a win here. Johnson. Got a lovely run over this far side from Chapman. Can we cut inside with the touch? We can! Chapman! Oh, his touch just runs away from him. I really thought we were in then. I really thought we'd finally broken through the defence. Come on, let's pump it forward. Need a run from somewhere, please. Samuel. Antonson. Back to Samuel. Can we win it? Yes! Come on, lads. We might not have won the game yet, but I tell you what, it's the 81st minute. It's one of the only times we managed to break through the Scunthorpe defence and we managed to take advantage. It's Dominic Samuel, who's been on fire for us this season. We brought on all the, well, we've got 1 sub left, but we're trying all the tricks in the book here to get a goal because, like I said, we've been pretty limp in front of the, goal and in the final third in this game. Scunthorpe have been hard to break down, but Dominic Samuel finds the goal to hopefully get a very big 3 points, especially away from home, considering how our away form's been so far. threw away those potential 3 points in that game. But I'll tell you what, it's great tracking back that he's putting on the pressure. Nelson, get on your bike, son. We're going to look to find him. We find Nelson. He's got fresh legs. We've got bodies at the back seat, but I think we're going to go alone. Nelson! He slots it into the corner to make it 2-0. It's a classic case of once you've got one, Scunthorpe had to come forward. They couldn't use the 2 back support that they'd used all game to make it difficult for us to get through. Nelson had options. We decided to go alone with the substitution, and he makes an impact and gets his first goal since joining on loan from Arsenal. It's a nice finish, actually. It's got to be said, but I mean, you look at the options we had here. If we didn't score, it would have been an absolute disaster. Just strokes into the far corner. 2-0. That should be the 3 points in the bag. And there it is, lads. There's the final whistle. A game that, when you look back at that and see the score 2-0, you'd think would be a pretty routine game. But truth be told, we struggled for a long time to get the breakthrough. But as soon as we did, the Scunthorpe, like I said at the time, were forced to push out a bit more, left a bit more space in behind, and that allowed us to get the second to make it, like I said, look a comfortable one. But you see from the stats, look, we've had 3 shots, 2 on target, and 2 goals from the 2 shots on target. Scunthorpe only had 4 shots and 3 on target themselves. It was, in truth, a very dull game, but one that we'll take all 3 points from, and that should retain our spot at the top of the table. So here we are then, this is our second game of today's episode. We're playing against Wimbledon at home. We're still top of the league. We're probably going to have to rotate a little bit because of how close the fixtures have been, but this should still be a game that we were able to win. Let's rotate the team and get into this match. Here we are then, lads, back at home at Ivy Lane. Blackburn versus AFC Wimbledon. As I predicted, we've had to rotate the team a little bit more again. It's literally just part and parcel of league football because there's just so many fixtures that come so quickly. But Wimbledon also had a good start in 4th place, only 2 points behind us. So 2 of the early the pace setters here. Hopefully we can put a nice stamp down, pick up another 3 points, and hopefully just extend that gap at the top and try and pull out a bit of a lead. Because right now, like I said at the start of the episode, this is a very close table, but still early doors, still a long way to go. Hopefully, though, we can keep up what has been an incredible start at home. Our home form has been unbelievable, so hopefully, like I say, that can continue here. So here's our lineup then. Due to fitness and stuff, again, we've had to rotate a little bit. Coming into the team, we have got Nelson, I thought deserved to start after his goal in the last match. We've brought in Dak and Smallwood again from the start there. I preferred 2 realistically. And we've also brought in Caddis at right back and Wood in for Mulgrew as well. I do think that Harper's going to be a main player for us in the central midfield, but Dak's doing well as well, so there's a lot of competition in those 2 midfield positions. We've got a lot of good players there, so this time around, like I say, mainly due to fitness reasons, we're going back with what the original strongest 2 were in the middle of the park in Smallwood and Dak. But here's the Wimbledon lineup as we talk. Anyone here that I particularly recognise? They've got Liam, I don't know who that Taylor is up front, I don't really. Liam Trotter, maybe that is in the middle of the park, and Dean Parrott, maybe? I'm not going to lie, I don't recognise many of those players. So hopefully we can pick up 3 points here. Like I say, we've been so good at home. Long may that continue. First start of the season for Caddis in the league. I can't ever see him getting in ahead of Niamba just because we've got him in there for his for the fact that he's a lot younger. He's got youth on his side, which Caddis does not have. But early doors, it's a nice little give and go here from Samuel and Nelson. Samuel, it's got to be, surely. Oh, Samuel, I'll tell you what, we've worked it inside so well. It's such a poor finish, especially for a player that's been so good for us in front of goal. Look at that. Oh, we should be scoring that. We've got to be scoring that. Can't not use Tabler here. He's got acres of space and so much pace as well. And Nelson's overlapping on this right-hand side. We pick him out. Nelson, are we going to go alone here? Pen! Oh, I'll tell you what, Nelson, if he'd have gone down there, I was calling it before it even hit the deck because I saw him get caught. If he goes down there, that probably should be a penalty in my opinion. Come on. Nice little give and go through the midfield. That's nice, that's nice. Look for the run of Antonsen. He's ended up going a bit wide there. Ended up going a bit wide, but we're going to cut inside. I'll tell you what, Antonsen's done really well. And we make it 1-0. It's great play through the middle of the park. It's got to be said there. Dak and Smallwood, I believe it was, linking up just to surge through the middle of the park. We end up finding Antonsen, who I thought had got a bit too wide initially, but we managed to cut inside with a few nice step overs. Wasn't the prettiest finish in the world, but it was exactly what was required, really. On his weaker left foot, I believe. And that takes us 1-0 up. I should also mention at this spot, my camera is dying, so it might run out before the end of this match, but I will record the second half of this episode separately. So if it does before the end of this match, I do apologise. I've got to keep it tight now. We've taken the 1-0 lead. Last thing we want to do is concede. Get that away, well played. Smallwood's going to bring it away now. Smallwood's been such a solid performer for us this season. He's going to look to find Dominic Samuel out wide, and his touch is absolutely incredible. Can we get this across goal for 2? We can indeed. 2-0. Dominic Samuel finally decides to join the party. Missed that great chance earlier on in the game, literally within the first 5 minutes I think it was. But he wasn't missing that one. Again, it was Smallwood. Excellent play, bringing it through the centre of the park after winning the ball back at in the defensive third. But the touch from Samuel makes that happen. It's a great touch inside all the time in the world. Goes across keeper, lovely low finish. And it's 2-0. And you'd like to think, even though it's still early on in the game, still first half, that should be enough for the 3 points here. Samuel met it. It was only ever going to be a half chance. It's another corner. Defended quite well, I suppose. They're very tight in that box. Can we get to that header? We can. The keeper spills it. And it's another effort on goal for us in this game. Like I said, being very dominant. And I tell you what, defending on the front line like that, you can see why teams are struggling to get out against us at home. We just press so high up. There's literally nowhere for them to go. I mean, look at that. They've just had to hoof it out. Great front line pressure. And no, it's not going to happen. The game is going to finish 2-0. It's been a very comfortable one, that one. Again, home fixtures always seem to be the same. We never really had to get in a third or fourth gear there. As soon as we got that first goal, we didn't concede many chances. And you can see 7 shots there to Wimbledon's 4. They had 0 shots on target, so Raya was unemployed for that game. And yeah, a very comfortable one. And another 3 points at home where we are, I say it again, so solid. So here we are then, guys. Game number 3 of today's episode. It's another league game in League 1, of course, playing against Shrewsbury Town away from home. You may notice a change of clothes. I mentioned it at the start of the episode. This is going to be filmed in 2 parts. I actually edited the first half of this video early today and noticed that the face cam wasn't great. Like, it was, sometimes my face was half in, half out, where I was like leaning forward in the zone. I'm recording away from home, so it's a bit more difficult to get a good setup going, but I have changed the angle completely for the second half of this video for the face cam, so hopefully it's a lot better. I apologise for that in the first half. But Shrewsbury away from home, we've had a decent break in between games as well, so we can play our full strength team, which I'm quite excited about. Hopefully it'll be enough to get the 3 points. Let's get into it. Here we are then, guys. We're playing against Shrewsbury away from home, like I just mentioned. Shrewsbury right now struggling in the league, I think it's fair to say. Very contrasting fortunes at the start of the season, us being top of the table. Shrewsbury all the way down in 16th. They are, I mean, when you look at the size of these clubs on paper, really, it's no surprise. Shrewsbury are a much smaller team on paper compared to Blackburn Rovers, of course, former Premier League. But hopefully we can pick up 3 points. Here we are. They're still the highest scoring team in the division. Our goal difference is looking great. We just need to make sure we can get that solid away form as well as being quality at home, which is something that we have done well so far in this episode. Hopefully that can continue. Let's have a look at the lineup. We've also, interestingly, not only got the highest scoring team, it's saying here the best defensive team. So clearly right now we are just the best team in the league. So here is the lineup for Shrewsbury. They've got Henderson in between the sticks. Is there anyone else that I really recognise in this lineup? Morris up front, Wally, Goofrey, Nolan, no one here, I've got to be honest, that I'm particularly recognising in their lineup. They're, like I say, one of the smaller teams in this division, so it's going to be interesting to see how we get on here. They are playing a 4-5-1, so they're going to be quite difficult to break down, I imagine. But this is our lineup. I've just mentioned, I think it's our strongest lineup that we can possibly put out. We've got Raya in goal, Nyambi at right back with Williams at left back, Mulgrew and Lenihan in the centre back partnership, Smallwood and Harbour in the middle of the park, Tableau one side, Bennett the other, and then Dominic Samuel and Antonsen leading the line. That, I think, right now is our strongest team, and hopefully that can do the job in this game. Let's find out. And now, Shrewsbury going down the side. Raya's come a long way, but fair play Raya. He's cut the ball. A bit worried I was then. Now Antonsen out to Tablet. Got some room here, Antonsen, if we can pick him out. We have picked him out. He's going to try and finesse one. He scored a very similar goal to that, actually, early in today's episode where we dropped the shoulder and cut inside. Not quite able to do the same now, though. Oh my god, Nyamba comes flying in, but does just about get the ball. Antonsen will bang one from here! And it's just becoming a standard goal for Blackburn Rovers this season. Antonsen especially just seems to know where the net is. Him and Samuel just seem to have long-range shots on lockdown. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's these League 1 goalkeepers aren't high rated, so they struggle to deal with them. I don't know if they just genuinely do have good long shots. But Nyamba comes flying in there, wins the ball quite well, really. I think of it fortunately. And then Antonsen, absolute hammer of a shot into the corner. Can the keeper save that? I think the keeper can probably do better, but we don't care. We take a 1-0 lead away from home, and it's an absolute perler again from us. Trying to stop the cross from coming in. He's dropped inside. We should have that though. Well played. And that's really well played by Tabler as well to find Smallwood. We could have a break on here. Look at the space for Samuel. Can he go straight to the middle? Can he? Samuel? We have got an option in Antonsen. Oh, that's really well played from Samuel. It's got to be 2-0 here, surely. And it is. It's a beautifully worked counter-attack. It's got to be said. I mean, that's lovely play in the first instance at the back there. We won the ball back. Tabler played a lovely ball to Smallwood, I believe it was, who brings the ball forward, finds Samuel in space. holds the ball up really well, just waiting for that Antonsen run, and when it comes, he was never missing that, I don't think. And 2 goals from him now on a hat-trick in this game with a long way to go. This is looking like it could be one-way traffic in this one, guys. Shrewsbury definitely coming forward a lot more than they did in the first half. Still not really been able to create anything. That one's gone towards the back stick. Nyambe gets there. It's been a lot of attacking down that right-hand side, whipping the ball in, but then we've been dealing with the crosses, and now on the counter-attack they've got to be careful because Tabler's bringing it forward. Samuel, make the run for me, please, mate. He does. He's been pushed very well, but we're going to go for it anyway. Across goal. Oh, Samuel. That is so unlucky. But Antonsen with a hat-trick. He gets his hat-trick, lads. Antonsen puts it in for his 3rd of the match. Dominic Samuel was very unlucky earlier in that move there, hitting the post with an effort from an outrageous angle, to be completely honest with you. It was Tabler coming through the middle of the park that made it all happen. Great surgery. Look at this for an effort there by Samuel. Then the clearance is just absolutely abysmal. Falls for Antonsen, who's having a great game for us. Gets his 3rd goal, gets his hat-trick, and that's 3-0 to Blackburn away from home. Superb stuff. And I've spread it out to the bottom, and all of a sudden Shrewsbury really seem to be hunting for a goal now. It's too little too late, but we do win the ball back anyway. Royson's going to flick it on down his right-hand side to Nyambe, the right-back, who's going to try and bring it forward. Another one. Oh, couldn't quite get inside. I'll tell you what, though, Samuel's got the pace there. They'll do reactions or something to get there ahead of the defender. Danny Graham's in there. Just come on. Oh, what was that, Danny Graham? I don't know what that was all about, but thankfully, it's not going to matter because that's the 4-time whistle. It's a 3-0 win away from home, and as you can see, Antonsen coming off the bench to get the match ball. 4 shots, 3 goals. Not a bad return for him, and it's another big 3 points for Blackburn. So here we are then, guys, for the last game of today's episode. Literally nothing at all happened since the end of that previous game against Shrewsbury away from home. 3-0 win, of course, but I thought we'd skip straight here to Rotherham at home, where we're going to be ending off today's video. And I do want to show you something. I don't know if this is something I've added in with the new patch that came out today or yesterday as you're watching this. But I noticed in the last game, I think, that when the players are sort of greeting each other at the start of the game, you can hear them speak, and you can sort of hear them like slapping each other's hands and shaking hands, that kind of thing. So I want to listen out for that this time, and see if you guys can hear it in the video. I'll try and turn it up when that's happening as well, but we'll listen out for that in a second, and then we'll go through the lineups as well. Right, so listen out here, lads. I'm sure you can hear them.
The start is all it is, but miles away at the moment.
You can hear them like shaking hands and speaking. That is so weird. I'm sure that wasn't a thing before the patch. They sound very American to me, though. I don't know if that's just me. Oh, there you go. That's a new feature anyway, apparently, guys. But here's the lineups. We're going with exactly the same team that we played the last time out. I said it was our strongest 11. I believe it still is our strongest 11. Nothing has changed. Antonsen's, of course, after that hat-trick, has to start again. Danny Graham really struggling to get into the team right now, but I suppose he's only back up for us anyway. But yeah, same team as last game. Harper retaining his place, and yeah, a team that hopefully that we can become quite familiar with as this season goes on. But here's the Rotherham team. Is there anyone here that stands out? Joe Mattock, I believe, is a left-back that I'm recognising. I think I had in a previous save I've done on FIFA. Potter maybe. Towel in the middle of the park rings a bell as well. Yeah, no one else that really jumps out to me. But yeah, hopefully we're at home. I mean, our home record, I keep on saying it, it's been outstanding. Hopefully that can continue here again. Early doors here, we need to be careful. It's a great turn. Rotherham causing issues for only the first attack of the game, but he turned the defender inside the box far too easily there. Raya did well to tip that away. Can he claim that, Raya? He can punch it, that'll do for me. He's got it away, and Samuel's done so well there. Come on, Dominic. Come on, Dominic. Run the line. Run that line, son. Hold him off. Are we going to get to that? Oh, we can't quite get there. Great chance for a counter-attack. Samuel took that down so well to begin with. Rotherham playing it around nicely again. It's a great tackle, though. Come on, can we counter from this? Samuel looking for Antonsen, the man of the hour last game. He's going to take a big touch here. Come on, Antonsen. Oh, couldn't quite get around his man. And that's what this game's been so far. Always trying to nick it back in good areas, and it's not quite happening at the moment. Play down the left-hand side again. They're having lots of joy in the wings. It's a great ball. And we find ourselves 1-0 down, and I can't say it's not deserved because Rotherham have been excellent in this game so far. Nicking the ball back in good areas, really pressing us high up. We're struggling to get out, and I think we might need to make some changes at half-time because, yeah, whatever Rotherham are doing tactically in this game, it's definitely working. We are struggling right now. I don't let them get the ball across. That's where they've looked dangerous. It's good defending at that near post. It's not cleared yet, though, but Raya gets to that one, thankfully. Any chance of a last-minute break before half-time? Not with a throw-out like that. Not a chance. So there's half time, guys. We are 1-0 down. We are struggling, and I think we're going to change the system because it's been one of the few games this season where we are not looking comfortable. Whatever Rotherham are doing tactically is working, so we're going to make a change. I've spoken about it before, how I want to sort of have 4-3-3 as a backup formation, and that's exactly what we're going to use right now. We're going to leave Samuel up top because of his pace. We're going to play. Let's have a quick look at this. Tabler can stay on the right, on the left, sorry. On the right-hand side, we'll keep Bennett. We're going to take off... we'll leave that like that. We'll take off Antonsen and we'll bring on Dak, I think. So we're going to have Harper, Smallwood and Dak in the middle of the park, Samuel leading the line, Tabler one side and Bennett the other. Hopefully this formation change, this tactical tweak can help us get the better of Rotherham second half, because so far they've been the better team. Well in, come on Tabler, get down that line now son, come on. Can we spin inside? We can spin inside. Now we've got Dak in a great position. I need a runner to come for me. Or is Dak going to go alone? It's all Dak! And he puts it in off the post. The substitution comes on into the second half and makes an impact. That's exactly what we wanted to see. We won it back in a good area. And that little pocket of space that I was talking about that we needed to exploit, that's exactly where Dak is on the pitch. And they just backed off and backed off. I think they were a bit too concerned about Elliot Bennett's run at the top and other runners around him. And Dak just goes alone, smacks it in off the post. And we are 1-1 back in the game with plenty of time to try and find a winner now as well. Come on. So 20 minutes to go, and I'm going to make a couple of changes now. We're going to take off Harper and bring on Ryerson to try and shore it up in the middle of the park. We could do some real fresh legs there. And I'm also going to bring on Chapman in place of Elliot Bennett and swap the wingers as well. So we've got Tabler on the right and Chapman on the left. Hopefully they can come on in the last 10 minutes or so, and the fresh legs can really help us out, try and find a winner. But even before they come on, we've got some space here. It's going to be Dominic Samuel. There's some space at the back stick. We can pick it out. What a tackle that is. What a tackle that is. Lots of space down this side. Tabler, what can we do? We're going to try and put it in the back stick. It's a lovely ball, you know. Oh, Chapman goes at that so strangely. We get the corner. Just wouldn't quite fall for us. We're going to whip it in again into that near post. Again, not able to quite get the flick on. We're going to crack this though with Lenihan. It's all Blackburn Rovers right now. Just under 10 minutes to go. 8 minutes left to go plus stoppages. We are just hunting down that winning goal. And that's a bad touch from Smallwood as well. Smallwood's not had a great game, which I don't think I've said at all this season. And it's ended in a 1-1 draw. You've got to say, fair play to Rotherham. They came with a game plan to press us high and keep the ball in. It seemed to work. When we equalised, I thought we could go on and win the game. We did have plenty of chances, and it does put another iron in the fire in the competition in that midfield place between Bradley, Dak and Harper as to who we should be playing there. But you can see we've had 8 shots, only 2 on target to their 6 and 5. That's what's let us down, our lack of shots on target. But we're going to be ending the episode with quite a disappointing draw at home. So to end off the episode, you can see the league table in the background there, guys. We're at the 10 game mark already. It's a really nice position to see sort of how the league's padding out, and it's very close, but it's pleasing to see that we are top of that tree. Oxford in second place, just 1 point behind us after those points who dropped, but you can't let that poor result overshadow what has been a fantastic start. Only lost that 1 game, which was to Bradford, who actually were doing very well at the time, and since then I think have dropped off a little bit. Where are they now, even Bradford? I don't even know. Bradford down in 10th place after that really nice start they had. But best goal difference, we've scored the most goals, we've conceded the least, so things are still looking good regardless of that draw there at Rotherham at home. But that is going to end off the episode. As always, if you did enjoy it, lads, and you are still enjoying the series, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, lads. Nidge out.